It's week 1 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the Chargers coming up next.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Well, Brock, we saw week 1 begin on Thursday night, and now 2 more teams get their season started here on Sunday. He's Brock Hewitt, I'm Cade Scott, and it is very important, partner, for both teams here that their seasons begin on a strong note.
Yeah, this is the week where I really can't take myself back to that locker room, to week 1.
One of the happiest moments for any football fan. A new season is officially underway. He stopped on the return at the 27. But now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They're brought out by a former #1 pick who always plays with energy and passion, Baker Mayfield.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another carry for Charbonnet. He breaks the tackle. He's got a gain of 6 there. Roger McCreary brings him down that time. We call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on third down. From the gun, Mayfield. Connection made to Shakir. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That's complete to Wilson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
On second down, a run with Charbonnet. And an opening doesn't materialize. He's cut near the line of scrimmage. Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this third down. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. And bringing them out, someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of a league MVP, maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though.
That's complete inside the 35. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Aubrey Good on the point after. And the Eagles take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Charbonnet. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. 2nd and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45.
Baker now from the gun. Wilson's got it. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. This is Charbonnet heading right. And he's brought down for a loss. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season. And they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at. Again, it's Charbonnet. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And it's a turnover. The defense... While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on... So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. Charbonnet with the catch. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They give it to him again. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And this one doesn't go far. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. He lofts it deep, right sideline. They connect on the deep shot. And he's finally out of bounds. Just a step away from the end zone at the 3. Working inside the red zone. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles break the tie here in the 1st. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Eagles take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. The drive will start with a run by Charbonnet. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Play fake. It's Mayfield. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. 1st down now. Ball at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, Charbonnet gets it. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
Mayfield now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Mayfield to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They'll send out the punting unit. And a fair catch made here at the 17. No return on that punt. And the Eagles will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now looking to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain. 3rd and just 2 to go. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They've got 1st down from the 31. Motioning him from the slot right. They are throwing it again. Able to get it to Reed. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll come up 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Back-to-back carries here. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles grow their early lead to 13. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. On 1st down, this is Charbonnet. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. 21-7 is our score. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down. Throwing the out route complete. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st. 3rd and just 2 to go. Mayfield set to pass. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll have it up across the 20 on a decent pickup there. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 23. Reed's got it. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Second and 10 now. Finds him over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd and just 2 to go. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and...
From the gun, Mayfield. Across his body, defender's there. It's intercepted. Greg Newsome has it. And the Eagles have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
They'll try and throw it here. Jump off, caught by his back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
Throw on 3rd down. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. Mayfield on 1st and 10. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Out of the gun, a gift to Charbonnet. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. And the Birds bring out the nickel look. 3rd down coming up.
It's 3rd and 7.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. That's caught for the 1st. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Charbonnet now up the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
We'll cobble together a yard there. Kobe Dean in on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Mayfield will look to throw. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. That's DeMario Davis. And the Eagles will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
That's Reed on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down.
Man in motion here. Throwing now on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. From midfield now. He's going to push one deep down the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Receiver in motion, headed right. Here he is on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. The Chargers and Zach Charbonnet ready for another go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, got to play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a 3rd consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. It's the Chargers with work to do on 2nd and 12. Baker now from the gun. He's on the move. He's running with it. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Pressure coming. Baker hits his running back. And this one does not go far. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. Punt team on the field. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Fair catch made here at the 30-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. The Eagles are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To throw here on 1st down. Throw left side, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. On the move, headed right. He can run it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Eagles get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. And that is his 4th touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, Only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers, and it's been done less than 50 times in league history. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles continue piling on to this lead.
Chargers 7.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. This is ahead for about 5, with Kobe Dean in on the tackle. And that brings us to our first halftime of the new season. Now we'll go coast to coast. Jonathan Coachman standing by in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on.
And with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the third quarter. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Eagles headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And our team in the truck putting these highlights together, well, they certainly had plenty of touchdowns to choose from. For them, actually. Though the way he's been playing, Brock, you cannot count on him being done reaching that end zone just yet. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing. You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Stays it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Eagles are in punt formation. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Chargers take possession. First and 10 now from the 30. Play fake, it's Mayfield. Complete to Shakir. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Straight ahead with Charbonnet. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Mayfield now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why. And
it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And he'll get it up to the 27. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
And an Eagle first down.
Handoff now out of the gun. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They've got a man in motion. Back to the well again. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun snap, looking, caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Punting unit out now. And he'll try to hit this one well. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Gets this one to Charbonnet. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Shakir with the grab. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Mayfield to throw again. That's complete to Wilson. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. On the ground with Charbonnet. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Oh, he's going to run for it. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. First throw for the backup now. Finds a man right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. It only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Running back sent in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
First down, ball at the 36. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing now from the gun. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
And an Eagle first down.
They'll throw it again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
3rd and long for him here. It's inside the 10. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives them 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First down from the red zone. He's got it. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
They give it to him up the middle. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Only manages 1 yard on that run, so now they'll need 3 on 3rd and goal. Here's a throw. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Charger offense making its way to the field. And they're going to need to play for pride or for something to build on for next week, Brock, because this game seems out of reach, even though we've got a full quarter still to go. First down, here's Baker. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
The coverage by Jacoby
Handoff now to Charbonnet. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Hauled in left side. Decent gain here, but short of the first. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Chargers have it to start the 4th in a game that seems pretty far out of reach. Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Here we go, it's Mayfield. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First and 10. Here's Mayfield. Connection made to Shakir. And that tackle stomps him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 47-yard line.
Baker throwing again. Charbonnet with the catch. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down, ready to turn it into a negative play.
That's to the sideline, and Shakir snags it. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
They connect for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And he's brought down for a loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Off to play fake. Here's Mayfield. Caught by the open man. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
To Michael Wilson. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Has it at the 11. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Eagles ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together, finding the end zone. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Another carry for him. And he's brought down after a short gain. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Throwing now, off play action. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles continue piling it on here in the 4th. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. Buys time, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Finds him over the middle. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this 3rd down. Baker now off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're staring at 4th and long. On now comes their punter. And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. And solid running there gets him forward to the 39-yard line. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. They give it to him again. And he's able to get this down to the 36. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Across the 20, continuing to work. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
And an Eagle 1st down.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Eagles looking like they'll start this season with a win. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. the gut. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
At the 11-yard line.
Here's the handoff. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Give now to the running back. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Eagles throwing 6 more on the blowout. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Eagles continue adding on to that lead.
14.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now this offense getting set to work here. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
So it's an Eagles win here in this one. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Eagles are winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.